All right. What's up, Mortgage Coach and Trust Engine community? Dave Savage here, sitting down with Steve Kiles, and I love this conversation we're going to have. Steve has a formula that he wants to share. So I have interviewed Steve Kyle multiple times. He's not only a top producing mortgage coach, he's not quite grandmaster yet. He's done a little over 700 total cost analysis. His team has done 700. So little challenge, Steve, to you and your team to get to grandmaster level, which is 1,000 total cost analysis.
Let's go.
Oh. But he's got a formula to share because he's also a coach, a mentor. He leads a region. He coaches a lot of loan officers through with Carl White. Tell us about this simple formula that turns loan officers into millionaires.
Yeah, well, and hey, Dave, it's always great to be with you, my friend. We love what you do for the industry and everything that's happening. Loving the new brand too, man. Trust Engine. It couldn't have been a better. I love it, bro. Huge. And so, hey, first off, thanks for letting me be a part of what you guys are doing. You're such a big part of what we do. I'm a producing branch manager, as well as a partner with Carl White at the Mortgage Marketing Animals. And today we're going to talk about a simple formula that makes loan officers millionaires. And Dave, what's so interesting in today's environment, and you're seeing it, we've seen it across the country, is that you've got kind of two different camps. You've got a camp of people that are thriving, literally having their best months ever, and then you've got people that are really, it's a challenge. I just got off the phone with somebody a few minutes ago, and they were a $130 million producer 2 years ago, and last month didn't close a loan. And I find that there's really two different camps that you're seeing is, okay, how do we make a pivot? How do we shift our businesses? Fannie Mae just released an article on February 21st, and it talked about the purchase volume for 2023. It's going to be $1.69 trillion in volume, total originated volume per Fannie Mae. And next year is going to be 2.36 trillion in originated volume, which, Dave, it makes it the one of the top 5 largest purchase origination volumes ever. And, one of the things that we've got is a simple formula that's helping loan officers across the country do even more. We did it's now a famous survey with thousands of loan officers. And you know what they said, Dave? 80% of them said, we asked, hey, what does your work week look like for you right now? What are you doing? Are you doing the right activity? Are you doing what's needed in order to see big success, even when the market shifts? And here's what over 80% said: I do what I need to do. And the follow-up question behind that, Dave, was, when you're making your calls to your agents for referrals and your relationships, what kind of success are you seeing? And over 80%, almost the same number, said they make excuses to skip making the calls and asking for the business. And one of the things that's been so interesting, we're seeing loan officers have massive success. I'm a producing branch manager. So like in my branch, I'm thinking about somebody who joined us in October, did not produce at all, started producing again, and is already locked in her 12th loan. Literally this month, from non-producing branch manager to producing. And this is the formula that's been helping her and thousands of loan officers across the country. And it's really this, Dave.
Wait. Before you unpack it, I just want to make sure if a new loan officer is watching this, they realize just how big of a sampling of loan officers. Because, as a leader of the Mortgage Marketing Animals, how many loan officers do you coach within that program?
Yeah, so there's the paying tiers of members in our coaching organizations over 1,000, and ancillary, or the people that are touching the fringes, it's in the tens of thousands, but it's paying us each and every month, it's over 1,000.
So for any new loan officers listening, this is a very successful coaching platform, one of the top in the mortgage space. And so when he unpacks this formula, it's not like, oh, what works for Steve, which, by the way, even if it was like, hey, this is what I'm doing in my market, I would still be interviewing because that would be legit. I just think it's even more powerful given the community that you over. So let's unpack it. Let's go.
Hey, well, and Dave, let me mention this too. I started this branch 18 months ago with literally zero. There were 4 of us, my immediate production team. Took us about 6 months to build our processes, systems, which we really fully incorporated the mortgage marketing animals. And in the last 12 months, have brought on 25 loan officers who are seeing wild success. And we continue to add 2 to 5 loan officers to my branch in the largest or the one of the worst mortgage environments that you possibly could have said, hey, I'm going to build a branch. Let's do this. And we're seeing massive success from this. And it really stems, the formula comes from Carl White. You know, we teach it through the mortgage marketing animals, but here's what it is. It's really, really simple. And it's what's turning loan officers and helping them make millions. Number one, it's offers minus no's equal money. Offers minus no's equal money. And Dave, you know, what's interesting is this. Last year and the year before, we didn't have to make a whole lot of offers. We didn't have to close for the business or close for commitment. When we do our loan consultations, you just assume, hey, man, they're going to work with me. You know why? Because we got a great rate. We're good people to work with. Your realtor referred you to me. And what we realized was this: without closing for commitment, without making an offer of, is there anything that would prevent me from being your lender? We assumed to close instead of gained real commitment. How many times have we met with an agent and didn't make the offer? A qualified agent, and in our book, Dave, a qualified agent is somebody who closes 8 or more transactions, buy-side transactions a year. That was a massive pivot last year. You had all these agents that were referring you onesie-twosie deals, but we didn't pivot fast enough to get with the qualified agents that had a simple process to prospect each and every day. They had a theme of who they're calling. They're reaching out to a certain number of people. And what happened was we weren't making the offers of, hey, Dave, listen, let me ask you a quick question. Who do you have today that I could help get pre-approved to make sure it's a great use of your time? We were assuming that they were sending us their business. We were assuming that they were going to work with us. We were assuming they were sending their clients, but we weren't making the actual offer and closing for commitment. And here's what we've learned. Nobody likes rejection. And so in the environment we're in, we've got to close for commitment with the clients. Hey, is there anything that would prevent me from being your lender? We got to close for the commitment with the agent. Who do you have today that I could help get pre-approved to make sure it's a great use of your time? We've got to close for commitment with the buyers we're working with, which is, hey, can I count on you that when you have a friend, family, coworker looking to buy, sell, or refinance, that you'd give us their information? We'd love to work with another great family just like you. And so the formula that we're seeing make such a big impact is offers minus no's equal more money. And it goes back to prospecting. You and I were talking about this earlier. I know in our tech stack, we offer the Mortgage Coach as well as Sales Boomerang. And those trigger leads that are coming out, are you calling your trigger leads? The leads that are coming in that don't convert in day 1, 2, 3, are we calling and following back up with them? Are we doing the work that's needed? Are we making the offers? Even though, here's the thing, Dave, you're going to find that about 84% of people say no. So here's what's moving the needle the most: meeting with new qualified agents in order to earn their trust, confidence, and close for commitment. I'll give you an example, Dave. Here's what people don't know. And this is the stats we see in thousands of loan officers across the country. If you want to get back to 10 closings a month, this is what people don't realize. You need 21 qualified agents actively referring you each and every month. The challenge is, and Dave, we did this last year for my personal production team. We went back and said, okay, in the last 36 months, how many agents actively referred us? For my team, there were 575 agents referred us in the last 36 months. Dave, ask me how many.
Well, how many have referred
575 agents referred me and my team when we looked at this last year, but there were less than 20 that were qualified, which means less than 20 of them actually closed 8 or more buy-side transactions last year. And here's what I think happened to a lot of people in their business, just like it did for us last year when we had to pivot. We helped our loan officers pivot. Was you got to get to the qualified agents, the ones that are closing 8 or more buy-side transactions. So if I want to get back up to 10 loans a month, 10 fundings a month, you need 21 qualified agents that are actively referring you 50 leads a month, not digital internet marketing leads, but relationally referred leads. If you get 50 of them a month, you'll get about 43 people do a credit pull, which is where you review the credit. We do a TCA, we do a loan consultation, walk through their goals. You're going to fund about 10 transactions a month. And here's the staggering numbers, Dave. This is what really caused us to pivot is this. If I want to do that in 90 days, I want to get back up to 10 fundings a month. You have to meet with 106 new qualified agents in 90 days. What we have found is about 2 to 3 face-to-face or Zoom relational meetings, appointments. Like if I meet with 106 people, qualified agents, then we're going to get it to where 21 will start actively referring you business. 21 are going to get you about 50 leads a month, 43 credit pulls, 10 closings. Now, here's the activity that's needed. And remember, it goes to offers minus no's equal more money. So on average, now this is not, we just looked at the average of it, to meet with 9 qualified agents a week, which is what you've got to do. 9 qualified agents a week for 90 days. You're going to be making in excess, and Dave, this is where most people are missing it. You're going to be making about 217 outbound proactive calls a week. You have 217 outbound calls. You're going to get 58 conversations. So talk tos, we call them talk tos. 217 outbound, about 58 talk tos. You'll set 13 appointments and 9 of them will keep. So if you can get to the point where you're meeting with 9 qualified agents every single week for the next 90 days, on month 4, your business will be at a place where you're funding about 10 units a month. It's amazing, brother. It's just a math equation. And I think that what you've got to be doing is it's the more offers minus no's equal more money. So it's making the outbound calls, talking to the qualified agents, closing for a coffee appointment where you're meeting face-to-face with them. And what do you say? You talk about them. Hey, listen, Dave, I was checking out your numbers. Noticed you closed 32 buy-side transactions last year. You're absolutely crushing it. I'd love to take you to coffee to hear what it is you're doing to have great success. And you say that over and over and over again. And you're going to make 217 outbound calls. You're going to get 58 talk tos, 13 appointments set, 9 appointments kept. You do that consistently over 90 days. You'll get to 21 qualified agents. You're going to get 50 leads and about 43 complete credit pulls, and 10 will go to closing. That's a lot.
Woo!
Come on, baby.
So the simple formula is offers minus no's equals
Equal more money.
and income level. You get to pick. I mean, it's one thing I love about the mortgage space. You get to pick
That's it.
how much money you make. You know, a couple nuances that I would add is I would highly recommend that every offer equals a TCA. So now, does that mean every time you meet with a realtor, you're presenting a total cost analysis? Like, hey, let me show. No, it does not mean that. It means that you do have a story or strategy, kind of like your go-to. Yeah. Hey, let me show you how I'm helping, agents that are buyer's agents get people beyond pre-approved. Like every other loan officer can do a pre-approval. I can get them into contract, and I can get them to stay in contract, and then, when it makes sense, talk about how you do the date the rate, marry the house, or divorce rent. And you're using Mortgage Coach is just a way to tell stories. Because here's what I believe. I believe that every agent is more recruitable than ever right now because there's a lot of pain in the market, and it's harder to get people under contract. It's harder to keep people under contract because they have concerns. So when you can, that would be my other edit, is that you can't be a loan officer. Like if you want to have sustainable income going forward, you need to be a data-driven mortgage advisor, AKA mortgage coach. You need to be a mortgage coach. And so that when you're giving offers, your offers have more substance and more value. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, we call it, for us and our team, and what we call it through the mortgage marketing animals, is we're helping people build a clear mortgage plan. It's the same thing. I think what you've got to be doing right now is making more offers to clients, more offers to agents. The value you bring is that you're helping agents by being an extension of their sales force. And then with the clients, you're helping them by providing a clear mortgage plan. Dave, you know what's interesting? And I love that about the TCAs and Mortgage Coach is when you look at the DISC assessment is a behavior style. It's not a pass fail. And what's interesting is so many people know of the DISC and they know, okay, D is driver, dominant. You've got I as an influencer, S is a steady Eddie, and C is compliant. Well, Dave, do you know that over 60% of the population in a new survey says it could be as high as 69% of the population is a high S? You know what the number one fear is? Don't create a lot of chaos. Just give me a simple, clear plan. Lead me well. If you'll lead 60 to 69% of the population well through information, through building a clear mortgage plan, through a total cost analysis, through however you do your loan consultation, what you're going to find is you've got less likelihood to lose a client because you're giving them a clear plan. Nobody said, hey, Dave, I don't want a clear plan. I'd like a messy plan. I'd like a little bit of chaos. We call it the same way every time, the sweat method. However you're presenting, our goal is that it would be done the same way. And then you bring your agent partners into that conversation and you show them, hey, listen, we're truly mortgage professionals by providing your clients clear mortgage plans. And let me show you how we do that in the TCA, how we do it through MortgageCoach, and then how we do the follow-up. You know, one thing I love, even this weekend, we got some trigger leads through Sales Boomerang. And so you're even able to show them how that partnering with us makes a difference. Not only do we give them the local competitive advantage, but our team is going to continue through the sale to look for opportunities to bring them back to you. We call it our daily success plan. At every step, we're making more offers. With the agents, we're making offers. With the clients, we're making the offers. With the title reps, we're making the offers. With the insurance agents, we're making the offers. Whoever makes the most offers and closes for commitment will simply get more business and make more money. And I think that's what we miss, Dave. It's the assumption. We just assume, oh yeah, they're going to use me. Yeah, of course they're going to refer me. Of course, I don't have to ask for the business. They know I'm in the business, and that assumption has cost us thousands of dollars. In some cases, a lot more than that. So
you said a few more things. I wanted to make sure people caught this, that because they are a trust engine powered lender,
yeah,
and reason we picked the name, the trust engine, because we live in an era where distrust is the default. So literally every realtor, every mortgage professional, our biggest competitor is lack of trust. And when we looked at, what is it that MortgageCoach is doing? It is helping a loan officer show options, be more trusted, be more valuable, strategies to pay off their home faster. And then when we look at the promise of what Sales Boomerang is doing by monitoring the data, it's literally helping a loan officer, by the way, not a loan officer, a mortgage advisor, be at the right place at the right time for that consumer. So like when you can predict that they need your help, and that's what we do. Like, who is most likely to be a move-up buyer? Who is most likely to be a second home buyer? Who's most likely to need to consolidate their debt, like benefit from consolidating debt? And then of course, when we do have rates go down, can't wait to see those rate and term alerts popping off again.
Yes, sir.
and guys, rates will come down. Like, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when, how fast and how low. Are they going to go into the, the low fours again? Are they ever going to, I don't think, guys, they're going to be in the twos again. I would not plan, the mortgage business around that. And remember that 63% of all mortgages in America start with 2 or 3% now. So what Steve is saying is it's exactly what you need to do. You need to have a formula. How many offers for your income goals? How many offers do you need to make with a total cost analysis? What is your conversion rate? Like, some people have different, everybody has different conversion rates. So know, what you're converting into yes referrals. And then I love the fact that you've come up with a way of what's a qualified agent. And it's 8 buyer sides. Guys, we are a community, so I'd love to know what is your qualifier for agents right now? How many transactions do you want agents to do in order for you to be targeting them? Let us know. So Steve, I want to make sure people know how to get ongoing value from you. How can they follow up with you? I know you guys have a killer Facebook group. You and Carl have incredible podcasts. What's the best way for people to, follow you guys and get it maximum value?
Hey, well, I would tell you this, we have one of the largest mortgage advisor, you call mortgage advisor, loan officer groups. We meet Monday through Thursday It's a mastermind, and we've literally got hundreds and hundreds of loan officers that meet every single Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 9 a.m. Eastern. Go to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com, loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. And man, it's such a cool way. We talk about the daily success plan. We talk about how people are winning today. To see such big success. I'm thinking about Cynthia in our group just closed 22 loans this month by utilizing 2 BDRs, and she will share an idea, or somebody will share an idea of what they're doing today to win. It's at the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. And it's just been a really, really cool way to help the community. Frank Garay, our good buddy, Frank Garay,
Oh yeah.
helps us run that. And so me and Carl and Frank, and Kristen jump on the mornings and just share best practices, man. What's called. So look, Dave, the biggest challenge I think for loan officers, if you don't have a plan, you end up waking up saying, man, my business changed and I don't know exactly what to do to ramp it back up. Like this guy I was talking to earlier did $100+ million just a few years ago, saying, man, I need a plan. How do I pivot? What am I doing? And that's what we're helping, not only mastermind the plan, but share what we're seeing other loan officers throughout the country have big success. Hey, and you can always check us out. I've got Loan Officer Leadership Podcast. Carl has Loan Officer Freedom, but we're just grateful to be here with you, Dave, and a part of your community. The value you bring, and Trust Engine, Mortgage Coach, Sales Boomerang helps us, as a producing branch manager. It's so cool whenever I can show people that are interested in what we're doing, the tech stack that we have, and being able to put you guys at the top of that is always a big plus. So appreciate your friendship, love what you're doing for the community, and just thank you for the opportunity, man.
I love what you're doing, guys. So make sure you guys check that out. Loan Officer
Breakfast Club.
Breakfastclub.com.
That's it.
Check that out. Steve also has a killer podcast. So does Carl White. Check that out. For any of the links that I mentioned, or if you're not a mortgage coach yet, you want to be one, go to savageinsights.com. I update that every week. I've always got the most, what I think are the most valuable pieces of content that you should watch at the top. And then at the very bottom, little button to sign up for Mortgage Coach. And cool. So any closing thoughts before we wrap this up?
Man, my encouragement to you is look, consistency. Find a plan, whatever plan works for you. Be consistent in executing the plan. And the third thing would be this: you have to set a resolve. There's a difference between motivation and resolve. Motivation lasts about 3 days. Resolve says that I'm not coming off of it until I achieve the result. And my encouragement for people in today's environment is, if you don't have a plan, link arms with somebody that has a good plan. And then once you find a plan, resolve in your heart that you're going to do the right activity of what it takes to get the business back to the numbers you're used to. And so get into a community. I love what Dave's doing here. And so just that would be it. The people that are wavering and, man, I'm not feeling motivated, versus the ones who have a resolve, which is a stake in the ground that says, Dave, come hell or high water, I'm doing my outbound sales activity Monday through Friday, whatever it takes. Those are the ones having success, and not just a little, massive success. This is going to be a big purchase money year. And there is business happening. The question is, do you have it, or is your daily process, your daily structure, my same way every time, my theme day is what I'm doing each day, helping me go out and get even more business? And so be encouraged. It's going to be a great year. Get out there and do the work.
Yeah, and guys, as we're doing this interview, it's one of the, it's the 27th of February. This probably will get pushed into our YouTube channel for a day or two. But guys, it is the beginning of spring home buying season. Like not spring in most markets. Yeah. I think it's March next month. So it's time to get out there, get after it, make these calls, relook at your agents, make sure you're calling qualified agents that can actually bring you business. Like, if you win their trust and respect, business comes with it. Like, you don't have time to be winning the trust and respect of agents that aren't going to send you business. Like, that's not what time it is in the business. You need to be spending your time with the people that are creating value in the market. And then you need to be a purpose-driven mortgage professional. Mm-hmm. Just doing rate quotes, just providing a fee worksheet is a loan officer. And if you want to crush it in this new, what I call data-driven advice era, you need to deliver advice, and you need to know the data. So get out there, get after it. Make sure you're following the Mortgage Coach YouTube channel. We also just released the Trust Engine YouTube channel, which is dedicated to leadership.
Yeah.
So modern leadership for lenders. And Steve, you're the man, bro.
I appreciate you, man. Well, I love what you're doing, and just appreciate the opportunity, man. So boom.
Take care, man. This is a wrap, everybody.
See you.